up, S fam?
This is Sisters from Another Mister Podcast.
It's your sisters D
And Brittany.
and we're back with another one.
Lego. Hey, S fam.
Hey, hey, hey!
So we are back.
With another
And
one.
We have decided from that last one to do a series for y'all.
Oh, yes.
Adulting 101.
Man, I mean, that's what we're all about.
Girl, that is our whole story.
It is.
And a whole bunch of other stuff, but whatever. This is the big part of our stories, I feel like. So we're going to do, our last one was on priorities. If y'all didn't hear, go listen to it. And this one is going to be on sacrifice. Another major key to adulting.
One of the most major keys.
Yo, for real. Because you don't have to sacrifice when you're a kid. It is a part of adulting.
And sacrificing is very hard.
Yes.
If not the hard, it's one of the hardest, but if not the hardest to me.
Ooh.
Like sacrifice.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's in the word, right?
My God.
No, for real. That's a good point. Dang.
Who wants to sacrifice? Who wants to give up things? I mean, I guess it depends on your definition, but inevitably, that is what it means.
Yeah.
There's levels to sacrifice,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, you are, you're letting go of something.
Yeah. You are giving up.
You're
like
giving
you
up.
said, you're giving up, and some things are straight up abandoned.
Yes.
Sacrifice. And it's like, I think you're right. I think of the components that we talked about that we'll share with you guys, throughout this series. This is probably top 3. Most difficult, I would say. Yeah. I agree with you. Yep, sacrifice.
Who wants to let go of things?
Right. But
that you love.
Ugh.
I was actually, so I've been all into my motivational speakers lately. I mean, listen, we have a whole series on adulting, so what would that be without motivational speakers?
Right.
Trying to get my own damn life together. But nonetheless, I was listening to Lisa Nichols. Shout out to her. Oh, bomb lady. That woman is so bomb. But in one of her interviews, she was talking about how if you want to succeed, you have to be willing to be uncomfortable and willing to be inconvenienced. What do you think about that? It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think a big part of sacrificing leads to a lot of inconvenience.
Yeah.
It's like, whew, yeah. Because you're going to have to give up some things like sleeping in. That's very simple. It sounds.
Mm-hmm.
But if you work like you work your 9 to 5, and then you have a part-time, the number 2, but let's just say you work your 9 to 5, right? You used to go home, you used to go in to cook your dinner, maybe you watch a little TV, you go to bed, and then on the weekends you get to sleep in. But if you're trying to start a business or something like that, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you have to give up that. Now your life is inconvenience. Yeah. Or if you have kids, it's like, man, you're going to have to, what do people do with kids? Actually, like, do you say no?
I feel like when it comes to kids, like, you sometimes are inconvenienced by not even being able to spend the amount of time that you can with them. Or even be their sole teacher, especially when it comes to, certain ways that you want to raise them. Sometimes you're sacrificing your morals and, well, I don't want to say sacrificing that per se, but you are not able to instill it as you would like.
Right. No, I know what you mean.
It's not convenient. She was also talking about on her interview how she was
can I interrupt you for one second?
Absolutely.
I just thought about something. You are a nanny, and I feel like
you're
the
inconvenienced.
family. Yeah, the family that you nanny for, they have to sacrifice that quality time.
Yeah.
And they have to even sacrifice their money because they got to pay you. And they have to give up that time that you're spending with their kid to be at work or
Right.
doing whatever other, things that they've, signed up themselves for or that they have to be
Right.
responsible for, which is fine. I get that, but that's a big one. That
Right.
quality time and that money.
And you're also sacrificing even some of your personal life, your personal dealings, because like as someone who is in his life so much, I feel like I'm at the point where I'm included in group messages about anything that's going on with him. Hell, I got a picture of his butt cheeks one day
because they want to know what's happening.
Yeah, like it's a lot. Like I was saying, before we started talking about that, is like with Lisa Nichols, she was talking about she went from living in a 3-bedroom house at one point and then decided, listen, I have to grind it out. What can I do? And me and Kim also I spoke to you about how we were thinking about, we have a whole house with a mortgage that's not bad, and trying to figure out how can we hustle up and, make some money. Yeah. Or,
make the house.
Make the money. Yeah. So, like, in her situation, she moved out of that 3-bedroom house.
She have kids?
She has one child.
Okay. She's single, or she have a husband?
She's single. His dad actually went to jail when he was about 8 months. And was still in jail, at least from when she did that interview. Okay. And I think he was like 20-something by that time. 21 or 20, something like that. Wow. Yeah. And, like, how she talked about how hard it was for her, and how, she went ahead and got a roommate, moved into a 2-bedroom apartment. Her roommate smoked. And, you want to raise your child a certain way, but sometimes you're inconvenienced and you can't do that. Yeah, you gotta, or just having someone be in your house.
Yeah, because then you got to give up your privacy and your own, even, like, to make decisions on your own. You have to have, like, when you have roommates, you have to be considerate of
what they
think, so or what they want, too.
She would just have to put a towel by the door, and her child would sleep on one bed, and make it do what it do, know? But it all worked out in the end for her, Right. I was telling you earlier, she ended up, putting together an account where, I think it was Wells Fargo, whoever it was. And she would take the money that she would normally do her hair and nails with, and she put it in this account. And she refused to open up the statements, or maybe even stop the statements from coming, and would mail the check to Wells Fargo with the memo stating it was for her funding a dream.
Future dream, you said?
Funding a dream. And then she said she did that for 3.5 years. At some point, she started a second job, and she was, adding money that way. And then she had this rule that she would put 5% more than the last time. And when she, 3.5 years later, went back to the bank, she went back, and everybody was like, oh my God, you're Lisa Nichols, because she was, sending these checks to the bank, and they're like, damn, what dream is she funding?
Right. Who is this woman?
Yes. And when they asked, she didn't really have an answer as to what the dream was, but she knew, hey, any dream gonna be expensive, right? But then when she had got the amount, because mind you, she didn't know how much was in that account, it ended up being $65,000, almost $70,000.
That's crazy.
In 3.5 years. Yeah. Sacrificing. What's so funny is she was crying while telling the story, and she said her son was with her, and her son was like maybe 5, I guess, or however old, and she said he like tugged at her arm and was like, Mommy, does this mean we get to go to McDonald's? Because she had said how she was like, baby, I can make a better Big Mac at home. It was, sacrificing her child in his Big Mac.
Listen,
his little Happy Meal.
Okay? And it even goes into priorities. Okay, listen here. That's not a priority no more. That's so funny how kids, like, the smallest things can make them happy. That's hilarious.
It is.
Good for her, though. I mean,
even with a child, like,
and that time is going to go by. So, hey, let me save it. Let me save some money.
Do something productive.
Right. No, that's a perfect example. Like, you gotta be willing to sacrifice to achieve anything, I feel like. Even in a relationship, there's sacrifice. There's sacrifice.
Compromising.
Oh, my goodness.
Ugh. It's getting easier, but bad damn. Jeez.
No, but this is the real, and that's on both parts, because we sit here and we can say this, but they probably like, the things I had to give up for this woman, know? Even if it's just something like a habit. Like, yo, you may want him to do something, and like Roddy Rich. Bitch, don't wear no shoes in my house. Like it can be something so simple, but that might be a big deal for that person. Anything. I'm not even trying to be like super deep on this. Like it could be the simplest.
No, but absolutely,
things.
everybody has their quirks,
right? Exactly.
And ways of working, and
exactly.
Like for me, I can't manage and clutter. Some people can create. I can't be creative. And be at my best potential in clutter. I hate it. Like to come to your house is so refreshing. I'm like, oh God, everything's so white and hospital like with a little twang on it, but it's like satisfying. But like when you can't have that, which I'm not saying I don't. Yeah. I'm just saying it took a little getting used to.
Yeah, I like clean lines. Jesus, I like clean lines.
I feel like,
like
compromise
neutrals.
is coming along a little bit easier.
No,
but you never know. Everybody's we can say that. You don't know what people are going through.
No, but but you know what's so funny is that I'm the type like in the morning I will leave the bed unmade probably till like I'm about to start my day. So I'll go to the gym, I'll come back, I'll shower,
oh, really?
I'll make some food, and then I'll go to the bed. And James is like, no, that ain't it. Like I got to make up.
Oh, that's
bed.
lovely.
So that's like a thing though. Like we have okay. And so now I try to, if I see him doing it, I'm like, oh shoot, let me. I got my side. I got my side. Because
I do that
something.
No, but you know what? That's kind of for me because I'm the first one to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
So not for nothing. Usually I am the person who makes up the bed, but because I'm the first one, sometimes if it isn't made up, I'm like that too. But Kim will make it.
Yeah. So it be simple things, Then of course you gotta sacrifice other things. I don't know. Maybe
decision making.
Yeah, all types of different things that depending on your relationship or if you have kids with the person that matters.
Money is a big one. If you ain't talking about money, granted this is not the episode, but I'm just saying if money's not something that you're talking about,
series on relationships.
if money's something that you're not talking, that's a good ass idea. But if money is something that you're not talking about, I heard that people who are talking about money in their relationship are supposed to be happier.
Mm-hmm. I could see that though. It's like you don't want to be on eggshells. Yeah. I don't want to be with somebody that I got to be on eggshells. You gotta
be on the same damn page. You could be thinking one thing. I'm thinking, oh, we gonna use this money for this. I'm gonna use this money for that. Right. You gotta be on the same page.
Right. No, that's true. You know what else I found is one that I never even thought about until it happened. Location. Like, okay, I'm from New York. My family's in New York. James from Florida. Yeah. His family's in Florida. What do? That's very different. First of all, the two places are different. They're far from each other. So it's like, sometimes it'd be a sacrifice on the holidays where we rotate. But we found a compromise, which is to rotate. And it wasn't even really like an argument necessarily. It just kind of worked out like that, like a couple times in a row. And then it was like, this is the move right here. Like we see one family for one holiday and another family for another holiday. Whether it's meeting my New York family at another relative, or if we go to New York, or that other holiday, then we go to Florida. Mm-hmm. So I
feel like not even just for holidays, but though too, like what if it's like you have to move?
Well, yeah, that's
another whole thing.
Ball game at that
because
point.
People have jobs and different things that happen. Like
things.
A lot going on, boy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But inevitably, sacrificing. Mm-hmm. It's very hard to do, man.
Yeah, no, it is. Because I'm used to, and George James is too, but like even something I'm used to seeing my family all the time. So, what? Huh? But I get it. It's cool. Luckily, I like his family.
Right. Thank God, right?
That helps. It helps me to not mind going. Mm-hmm. It makes almost like I want to go. Honestly, not even almost like I want to go because I'm like, oh, let's see your mom and like see my mother and like. It actually is something. It feels different. It's not like dreadful.
Right.
So that is, like we said, that's a whole nother conversation. But that was
that's
a good side.
Yeah.
I think we did an episode on that though. The monster-in-law. We talked about the in-laws.
Yes.
Go check that out, y'all, from our last season. But yeah, you gotta give up things, and I feel like with this woman, she had to give up her money, her comfort. You gotta give up things with relationships.
Hell, your hair, your nails, money.
Girl.
You're just privacy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to start getting uncomfortable and being
Yeah.
inconvenienced because that's what's gonna bring on that success.
Right.
And I'm just learning that now, boy. It's hard. And we just tipped the iceberg a little bit. Just like even like if you know you can't get your own shit together as far as your finances or something, you have to like bring somebody in. Like it's uncomfortable. It's a little inconvenient because you're like, oh God, somebody in your business.
Right,
you know?
right. No,
But
that's true.
you have to do what's you have. If you want to succeed, you have to do things that you're not used to doing. For one,
change.
change.
That's a big one.
Oh man, that was another thing that that I was hearing about was that like you have to be okay with becoming someone that you're like killing the person you are, dying as the old person and becoming a new person. Not saying that you're not going to be you, no, but your habits that aren't working have to go.
Yeah, the bad stuff.
You have to shed that old skin.
Yeah, like a snake.
Yeah, and it's hard, you know. It's hard to teach a dog. What is it? Teach an old dog new tricks.
No, for real. And I feel like it's like you said, it's not even an old dog because it's kind of like
I'm a stubborn dog.
Stubborn too. Obviously, personality plays a role.
Oh gosh.
But some of it is just like I said, adulting. Because when you think about it, maybe if you had siblings, I didn't. So I ain't have to really be sacrificing all of these types of things all the damn time. And I feel like you do sacrifice to a certain degree. And even your parents make you, or when you go to school, you have to. But it's not the same level. And so a little bit of it, is it, like, at least I wonder, is it teaching an old dog new tricks? Or is it just like, welcome to the world kind of thing?
Yeah, like
rip
one
them
of those
in
animals that you just born and you bond and your parents just leave you. And that's it. Like, it feels like that.
No, for real, that's what I'm saying. Is it an old dog? Because we ain't even old.
God damn, you just dropped the bird and you expected to fucking fly? It's some bullshit.
Just shout down to it, flap your wings!
Run, Hercules! Or whoever the hell it is. No, is it Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump.
Oops. I'm not good at these things, okay? Metaphors? What the hell they're called? Shit, whatever. You knew what the hell I was talking about.
Yo,
you know that's so funny? I'm like Ariana Grande on that song Monopoly. She was in the bar, we be Cletus or something. And the guy was like, who the hell's Cletus? You mean Cletus? From Nutty Professor. Nonetheless.
Yo.
Whatever. I got a hashtag Ariana, okay?
Yo, but Dialissa has been, this is a sidebar, but Dialissa has been botching sayings, metaphors, common phrases since I met her.
Whatever.
Oh, God,
I'll get him down.
Yeah, I just laughed till I cried.
Our asshole on here tomorrow. That's that show. Nutty Professor. What's it nutty?
Okay.
Hercules, the fat people.
Yes.
Cletus.
Yes.
Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor.
That's not the one with the fat one. What's her name?
The whole family was fat.
No, there was a girl and Norbit. Was it Norbit?
Oh, that was a separate movie he did. He liked those
fat
dressing
people.
up thing. Yeah.
You need to stop that shit.
I didn't see Norbit. I just know clips of it. I didn't see it. But anywho, yeah.
I need to watch more movies, but anyway.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. What are we doing? Sacrifice. Jesus.
Yeah, but you just don't.
You gotta,
that's like, you gotta learn that along the way.
No, for real.
Like,
you just like, I can't do that. Even I feel like when you think about it, when you're younger, the things you get in an argument about with people, like even when we was roommates, it's like, that was stupid.
It's not
because you're still learning.
Right.
And that's what happened. That's why my mom, she be saying, she used to say when she had my cousins living with her, she'd be like, listen, these young people, they don't know they're not ready for a relationship. Because those are the things that, all these things that we're talking about or are going to be talking about, priorities and sacrifice and all these things, they are even applicable to the relationships, the personal relationships. So you're too young. You don't know nothing about that.
You too selfish at this point.
As I've gotten older, I'm like, yo, that woman is like a wise old man. She be knowing.
Why she gotta be a wise old man?
Because on TV, they always draw the characters and they like so smart. That's where I get that from. But absolutely, she's a wise young woman. Anyway, yeah, I feel like that is what happens as you grow, as you get older. Well, you're supposed to get older and get those new habits, but nobody tells you that.
This only gets harder.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I didn't know this was level 2. Shit, I didn't know there was more levels after this. I thought you just learned that shit.
Yeah.
Sarah took my toy, and I had to sacrifice that shit because I had it too long or whatever.
Right.
But not that I gotta friggin' sacrifice to this level. Like,
no, now you gotta sacrifice your hair and your nails.
God,
and,
sometimes you gotta sacrifice
your
goddamn
time
shower.
And your oh yeah.
Shit,
everything.
sometimes my head be pat your weave, baby. Okay, cause your girl be out here working. Shit.
That's a fact because you take personal sacrifices. Like how you said, this woman, her hair and her nails. But even something simple like you said, your wash day, that natural hair,
what?
kinky curly girls, y'all know what we talking about.
I say this is the lazy hairstyle, bitch. Your mama. Okay? First of all, you go take your ass to Walmart or wherever and go down that natural hairline and ask me if that's goddamn cheap. Talking about lazy. Okay. Bitch.
Listen, you gotta sometimes take that L for the hair day.
Man, I'm telling you.
I've had to do that before.
I just try to think at least I won't be
Too
using
many
product
times.
up. Maybe. I try to see the silver lining.
That's good, though. That's good. I didn't mean to laugh.
You gotta clap for me, yeah. Let me feel good.
You know what? That's a good way to see it. I'm gonna start because it's gonna happen. I know it will. I don't know when.
I guess I have to
but it will.
This week. Hair dry as a bitch. Crusty. I'm gonna need a double deep condition.
Pat my head. Yo, that's so crazy. So many different types of sacrifice that you can make as an adult. It really is every aspect of your life. You know what? I was talking to my mother the other day about people at the job and how they could push you off. And even now that I think about it, I've had to sacrifice
punching them in their head. Right?
My girl. I had to really my own voice, okay? Because there have been times that you kind of you know what? That's all right, because I need that deposit to hit for the foreseeable future. So I'm not gonna say nothing to you today.
But you know I'm cussing you. My eyes are twitching.
Listen.
Okay, all right, Kelly.
Okay. All right then. Yeah, sure, I can do that for you at 4:59. You know, I leave at 5.
I got my bag in my car.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, that's the best kind. That's the best time to get you. That's okay. There be so many different types of sacrifice.
Jesus, all for the mighty dollar, Jesus. I be sacrificing for them dead presidents. I tell you.
But then it's not even just for that, because you need them dead presidents to pay your rent so you don't have to live in a box.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Living in a box don't seem so crazy now though. There's always the gym. Take a bath. Live in my car. Tesla now you can get a bed for the back seat. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Bitch.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to be sleeping at the rest house. But anyway, that's for another day. I'm a little Tesla crazy right now, people. My sister has a Tesla. Shameless plug. On Cloud Tesla. Go check them out.
That's right. That's my blog. Oh, goodness. It's a lot. It's a lot you gotta... It's like a juggling act.
That's life, man.
Into it. Yeah. No. And no one actually prepares you for it. You know what? They need to play Adulting 101, the series, by Sister from Another Mister, in every classroom.
Seriously.
Because by the time we're done, this is actually what you need to be getting you prepared for the real world.
I mean, I don't know if this just comes with age as far as understanding. I don't know if our parents even lacked and did not tell us. Maybe they did and it just didn't click.
No,
but it makes me wonder, is this something I'm gonna have to drill in my kids' head? Like they can't say they grew up and didn't know about this.
No, they definitely told. Experience. They told you. I remember hearing it. I wasn't listening.
You want what? Do you pay bills?
Yeah, you used to think, relax.
Why you sound so hyped right now?
Yeah, relax.
The lights are on. What's wrong? Hooray, you paid it.
Yeah. No, for real. I feel like, at least my parents, they told me. I didn't necessarily...
No, maybe you gotta show them. You gotta show them.
I didn't believe them.
Okay, we don't get that. But just know, it's gonna be black in this house.
Oh my...
The water gonna be cold. You have to jump around like you're jumping up in a bun, like on in carnival time. You know, in the islands.
Pray for Dialissa and
go
future
outside,
children, y'all.
jump around in the little kiddie pool in the back.
Pray for Dialissa and future children.
They gonna know about sacrifice. They gonna say, "Girl,
That's
when I was
messed
growing
up.
up, baby,
Don't do them like that.
my
Let them
mama
be
taught me
children.
about sacrifice. She didn't want me to grow up and not know nothing about no damn sacrifice. Asked for one thing, she said, "Shit, either get a job or it's gonna be some sacrificing going on."
Jesus, that's messed up. I feel like when you're younger, you're not listening. You don't understand the level, the degree of it. And then when you get like, you're still young, but when you're like a teenager, you think you know everything. You really do. You think, oh, I got that figured out.
I just gotta figure out how my kids gonna know this. We gonna have to go to the homeless shelters,
No, it's
the
not.
crack spots, everybody. This is where we gonna end up if we don't sacrifice a little.
That's not gonna work. I'm telling you. It's just, I think that's just human nature. I think so.
Some things come with age, with maturity.
Yeah.
Because it really doesn't connect sometimes until it's we're very egotistical people.
Yeah, and especially young people.
Mm-hmm.
Especially young people.
And if it's something that you can relate to and that you're going through, then I feel like you can better relate.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, unfortunately,
dang,
it's getting harder. I feel like too in this day and age because these like the access to things is just different.
Yeah, make you think you don't have to sacrifice anything.
Mm-hmm. The world is your oyster. I listen, it is.
Yeah,
but at the same time, you don't want to put the blame on something else when it's about you and why you did not sacrifice.
Right.
You can't want because I'm not gonna lie, I have definitely been like that, and I'm realizing again as I've been listening to all my motivational speakers that I have to take responsibility. Nobody else can.
And listening to her own self speak on this very podcast.
You hear me? I'm gonna go back and listen to this when I'm talking about some bullshit. Okay, because I can really talk, and now I realize people around me probably know it's bullshit, and they just probably tune me the hell out.
Yeah, we have to. Typically.
I would rather a good cussing, but that's all right. I got one last week, so I'm good. I'm checked now. Jesus.
Oh, goodness.
Checkity. But anyway, you have to take responsibility for your own bullshit.
Yeah.
You want something to be better? You better do something about it.
You got to do it. You have to do it.
You can't blame anybody else. And like they were talking about also, one of them was talking about how, like just in general, we expect, I don't know if this has anything to do with this, but I do want to bring it up. It's like how we expect people to make us happy. You know, like, people cannot make you happy. You have to make your own self happy.
Yeah, we talked about that in our last episode. You got to be your own priority.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot to put on somebody, too, when you think about it.
That's insanity. Like, no way.
Oh, God, I would feel the pressure. Like, what kind of pressure is that?
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith be talking about that a lot, too. When they talk about their marriage and they talk about how they both had to learn that they couldn't hold the other one to that responsibility or that, like, accountability for their own happiness. They had to just do it themselves, and that's why they, like, now take their own vacations. Because he was like, I like to do, wild stuff and bungee jump and whatever, skydive. And then they go on her vacation spot and it's like real chill. She don't care to just sit there and relax and sunbathe. And he'd be looking like, oh my God. But he's okay because, well, you just go skydiving, so you're good now. But I think that's a good point. Like, even on that level. How can you
expect someone to love you? If you don't love yourself. If you love yourself, you'll do the things that you need to do to be successful, and that includes sacrificing.
Yeah. You know what else is another time where you're going to really have to sacrifice? And I feel like it doesn't work for people is, like, fitness. I mean, I say weight loss. Not even just weight loss, but, like, just being, like, fit and healthy.
Mm-hmm. That's me.
It's like, man, you're going to have to give up certain things.
Man, certain? You're going to have to give up a lot of shit.
Well, I guess that depends on how deep you are into the bad things. But if you aren't, then it's going to be a few things. But if you are, like, knee-deep in it and you just, like, soda all day, chips, candy, pizza, fry, like, okay, well, then you got a lot to change. But, like, even then, that's still no matter where you at, I feel like, because even if you got to give up one thing, think about it. Everybody ain't vegan. Even if you have to just give up one thing, and it sounds simple, like, oh, just give up meat and dairy, like, or animal products, period. That sounds so easy, but it's like, that's a lot of stuff that I like. So people, you know, and that's for like a simple diet change, let alone if you're trying to like lose weight or just be healthy, and you could keep all those things. It's like, yo, I don't want to give up soda.
Right.
I don't want to, I don't know, go to the gym every day or however often. Oh my god. Or even if you just don't go to the gym, to actually do the exercise is actually pretty taxing.
Man, to get to the gym, get out your car, like we said in the last episode, it's a lot of work. It's very taxing on the mental.
And then to get in there and then do the activities.
And you better hope you got an activity. You know, like it's so intimidating.
And sometimes I know for me, I may have a certain machine in mind because I like the Smith machine, I like the squat machine, but if they're not there, then it's like, just threw a wrench in my whole thing.
Sacrifice your damn training.
Oh no, now I gotta come up with something else. But I'm already like, I gotta do this, you know, because like, okay, I want to be healthy, so I gotta get myself together, find something else. So inconvenient.
Well, what's important.
Talk about inconvenient.
It's inconvenient.
First world problems. No, for real, that's the truth.
Stuff like that, we say it's simple, but it'll be the one thing that'll make someone not to go back.
Yeah, that's true.
It's, oh, God.
That is very true. Because you got to be, oh, Lord.
I mean, listen, we've talked about some things that are very trivial, and then we've talked about things that are, you know, like, wow, you know?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot, you know.
Some people, people have talked about how they have to sacrifice even, relationships with family members, as far as like people who aren't going to understand what you're doing it for, you know, like
or
they friends.
Yeah, they think, especially if you come from the bottom and that's what people around you know, then they think, what are you talking about? You not going out? What do you mean? I gotta cut back on my spending?
Yeah, like what?
Be like, bitch, let's go. No, I don't want to do that. I
can't do that.
I'm trying not to do that.
I don't want to, and I cannot do that.
Yeah, but some people, you know, they don't understand it. Or you got family members that'll call you and be like, oh, I haven't heard from you in forever. Well, I've been quite busy, actually. Right. You know, so that's a thing, too.
But I love you still. But from a distance right now. And that's the real, because I have things that I have to do that are on front burner to get me to a point where I can spend even more time with you. Right. But right now, this is what it is.
I'll take that L now, and then we can hang out all day, every day if we want to. Right. No, that's a good point, because it's not just intimate relationships. It's just relationships, friendships, and everything. Ugh. Doing things that you just want to do. Yeah. Like just gallivanting and eating chips.
Eating out and chicken wings. And buying new clothes and shoes and getting the latest cars. And
Dialissa up in here talking dirty, y'all. All types of fun.
That fun didn't happen over here.
It ain't happening. That's why I'm over here excited. Yeah. Because I am also in the midst of sacrificing those things.
Oh, God.
But yeah. That's so many different ways. And I'm sure we've missed some.
Absolutely.
Different ways that people have to sacrifice. And y'all share with us some things that y'all had to sacrifice or give up or be inconvenienced by. Right. In any aspects, because we don't have kids, so we don't even know. I don't even know what that side looks like. I'm sure there's all types of sacrifice that I'm not even thinking of, actually.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but share with us. Let us know. Come on, give me a heads up, if nothing else.
Yes, please.
Because Dialissa gonna have some babies, and I need to be
her baby's festering in there from Valentine's Day. We having a Scorpio baby, so don't even worry about it, friends. But we need some advice. No, because I'm gonna have to quit my job. That is another thing. Before we close out, talking about sacrificing your constant paycheck. If you're trying to go into entrepreneurship and you have to either, do like Brittany, but sacrifice your paycheck sacrifice not getting a paycheck every 2 weeks at all.
Mm.
Or do like me, who then now has to take that paycheck and put it towards my fund a dream. You know, like...
Girl. Amen. She preaching.
That's a sacrifice.
She preaching. You don't get that guarantee no more.
Okay, that entrepreneurship is real.
You don't get that guarantee. You gotta get it when you can get it, and you better save it.
Listen, and sometimes you're gonna start your business, you might not see a damn nickel.
Not a penny in sight.
I've heard people who've had to use the money they made at their one job, thank God for that, to fund for the next.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Listen, I still put on my binoculars once in a while to look for the money. I don't see it. I don't quite
doing
see
shit
it.
for free and all that.
Oh, Lord. Talk about a sacrifice. That, like, security.
Yeah, that's a big ass sacrifice.
It's completely gone. It's like someone, like, it's like you standing on a rug and someone ripped it right from underneath you. That's gone. Boom. Ha 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 ha.
But see, that's one thing that Lisa talks about too. Is like a lot of us are standing at the ledge. Some of us aren't even standing there, but a lot of us are standing at the ledge. And listen, at the end of the day,
jump,
nigga, jump.
Yeah, well,
because listen, the only thing that can happen is you jump and you fly, you jump and you land on something soft, or you jump and it's a hard fall,
yeah,
but you
tuck and
dust
roll
your damn ass off, and you're gonna have to get up.
Yeah.
You might be embarrassed. You might have made,
and it might have hurt.
It might hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna hurt. Yeah. It's gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You want it to fucking hurt, actually.
Yeah, but also, even if you fly on the way down before you start flying, it's still gonna be scary, and your stomach do all types of like back flips and forward flips. So it may not like you, even if you don't land and it hurt, you still feel sick a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is. It's
might
like,
run into a wall.
Yeah, like it's like one of those weird kind of like upset, nerve-wracked kind of
looking
feelings.
at the stock market every day.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, no, that's a real that's the.
Yeah, that is the ultimate sacrifice I'm feeling like. Let me not say that.
Well, that's my current.
Yes. For people with children, it's definitely different.
I don't know for that, but I'm sure it's even more.
To give up your security is a lot,
honestly. Yeah, to give up your security is a big deal.
It's like a security blanket. You know?
You just be out here, hoping it don't get too cold.
Yeah, just out here. What did they say on Love and Hip? I'm just out here winging it.
That's like a Tesla phrase.
Yeah.
Winging it. Yeah, that's a good one.
We all just out here winging it.
We brought that one up because, man, that security is gone. It's like, that's another hard one. And I feel like you sacrifice to like not be in it 100% because you have to work, and that's a sacrifice. Like even if it's like, okay,
sacrificing my dream,
I'm not giving up my whole paycheck because I can't right now, or I just whatever. Nonetheless, that's a sacrifice to like either put it on pause or on slow down. Let me say that. It's probably slowed down, if anything else. Right. It's still, I feel like you're still doing it. And there are people out there, they're still doing it. Either they completely have to stop, which I understand that, or they have to do it slowly, which is also like irritating. You still feel upset. You'll be upset with yourself when you have to like do it like that because you just wish you could go all in.
Yeah.
Or you completely just ripped your blanket from underneath you and you like me out here just flapping and winging it. So either way.
Or what you decide. Because for me, I've lately been feeling like, damn, I'm running a marathon for somebody else's dream right now. Mm-hmm. And now I have not started my own marathon. Mm-hmm. Not like, like I'm stretching and shit. But I literally just ran someone else's marathon. Yeah, it's sad. Because you want it to be your own. But again, you gotta see the silver lining and things, and you just have to decide when is it that time to jump. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to decide that now, friends.
No,
I really am.
That entrepreneurial journey is a sacrifice. I don't care how you do it, what it looks like for you, it's a sacrifice. There's some sacrifices, serious ones being made there.
Listen, everything being sacrificed.
Man, I don't even know.
Can't wash my hair.
I want a mom, please. Somebody, a mom or a dad, tell me what that looks like. Because when you're in it, it's different on the outside looking in. I know it's to come with sacrifice because, like, we had parents. I know they sacrifice a lot.
We have a friend right now who...
Yeah.
I know she's sacrificing
a lot.
A ton for her child. Especially as a single mom. You know, like, God bless her. We love you, Crystal.
Girl.
You're the best. And that baby, he happy.
Right.
He goes to all kinds of shows and stuff. Oh, I love that kid. But nonetheless.
No, and there's a lot of even other friends and family who have kids. So it's just like, dang,
You've had friends that put themselves through college while they had their babies. And
got their
doctorate.
PhDs out here, okay? I don't know. I just feel like that but we're only on the outside looking in. So imagine, like, the actual
blood, sweat, and tears, because that's what it is that goes into this.
Y'all comment and let us know that stuff. That's what I'm curious to know about, because I can't even imagine. I can't, and I God bless you.
And
you know why I say that? Because I know sometimes when I'm talking to people about, like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, they don't understand what that comes with. It's just a one word, like, I'm a mom, I'm a dad. Yeah, it's very in depth though. So that's why I'm saying that. I'm not trying to compare human life to a business job or a business. No, but I'm just saying on the simplest of levels, I completely can only, like, understand for that level.
That's just an added. That's not even added. That's like, woo. Damn. Woo, you're doing it for a whole different reason. I mean, don't get me wrong. All I do for me at this point is I'm not into getting rich. I'm not doing this because rich doesn't equal happiness. But I need to create my legacy, and I want to make sure that even for whoever, it doesn't have to be my own kids. I was telling Brittany this morning. Like, you know, I have a nephew, I have family, I have young kids, people in my life. I need their life to be better because of something that I helped do, you know? So, listen, you gotta really figure out what's your purpose out here, too. And
right. There's a lot that goes into that.
Get into the sacrifice.
Ooh. But we all do it. And as women, especially black and brown women, we do it with grace. You know how women do things, you know.
Brown skin girl.
Yo, listen, throw us a Beyonce and you be feeling real good about life, okay? You be like, yo, I got this. This ain't nothing.
Okay.
But, yeah. Man. Well, we're going to come back, y'all, with more of the Adulting 101 series.
Oh, God.
We got some more topics to discuss with you guys, which we alluded to in previous episode. So go listen, get caught up.
Okay.
Priorities. This one's going to be sacrifice. So get caught up so you can, take your notes. Yes. So you can get ready for this series because we're going to be just talking about stuff. And
listen, have you a little marathon. Go listen to past season 2, okay? Go listen. We always talk about this adulting shit. This is what we are about. We are.
we have to do it though. Like, we had to really just sit down.
Yeah, we had to sit down. And if there are some things that you think we missed or that you want to cover, let us know.
Or you want us to share our experiences with, let us know. We can do an episode on it.
All right, ladies.
And gentlemen.
And gentlemen, all you beautiful sisters and misters. Till next time.
Brothers and mothers.
Dialissa out.
Brittany out.